And they say to not look for that. You don't approach forgiveness and the idea of thinking that, okay, I want this other person to apologize, so I'm going to say, hey, I forgive you, even though I feel like I'm not wrong. The pastor, Pastor Dan mentioned that yesterday. It was like, okay, he ended up having experience in some sort of church related thing where he felt like he's supposed to get done some sort of way and they did him wrong. And so he said, you know what, I'm just going to, say I forgive them or whatever, or apologize, and hopefully they do the same to me. And he said God ended up telling them that, he was approaching it for the wrong reason. So my suggestion would be making sure you approach it for the right reason. Approach it from the
Mhm.
fact of knowing that you're looking at a mirror version of yourself. You're looking at, the idea that you could have potentially exhibited the same thing to somebody else, so to speak.
Yeah,
And they say that, not forgiving somebody is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. It ain't hurting nobody but you.
that's you.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
And and that's so interesting because like even from like a comedic spirituality or a spiritual perspective, there's a thing called soul contracts where it's basically like, we choose our families, we choose the circumstances, we choose the environments, we choose, the aspect and the details of what's going to play out in our life before we get here.